She has brought millions, I wouldn't be surprised if it's billions of eyes onto the W and onto women's sports. Mm-hmm. She is a Kobe Bryant. And that's how Diana was. That's how Sue was. Like, we've had these types of people, but this is just bigger because the media platform is bigger than it ever has been. I don't have an ego, so I'm able to just tell the truth. Like, if it was someone else, I'd be like, yeah, like Angel Reese, she's also brought millions of fans. You know what I mean? I think Caitlyn has brought way more, but I also think she has too. Like, I'm just not naive, and I might be blonde, but I'm not fucking dumb. People who say I'm a clout chaser, no, I'm just being honest about why the league is where it is at. Give the girls the flowers, like, give it to them.
She's brought millions, maybe billions of eyes to women's basketball. Sophie Cunningham didn't just say it. She owned it. She's a Kobe Bryant, Sophie declared. That's not hype, that's history. Because every generation gets one player who flips the script, and Caitlin Clark is that player. While others stay quiet, Sophie calls it like she sees it. No ego, no jealousy, no fear. I might be blonde, but I'm not dumb, she said. People call her a clout chaser. Wrong. She's a truth teller, giving credit where it's due. Without Caitlyn, the WNBA isn't trending, it's fading. Sophie knows it, and now she's saying it louder than anyone else.
Cunningham, if it wasn't for Sophie Cunningham's podcast, I never would have had this eureka moment. Sophie Cunningham came to the Indiana Fever in the offseason. She's been taking full advantage of every opportunity she's got. An opportunity on the court, ballin'. An opportunity to protect Caitlin Clark, did that. Off the court, endorsement deals. Off the court, advertisers are falling in love with her. We got Colin Cowherd saying, hey, Sophie, you want your own podcast? Sophie Cunningham says, sure, I'll take my own podcast. And what has Sophie Cunningham been doing on this podcast? Letting us in on some secrets? Yeah, I love that. Pulling back the curtain on some time? Yeah, I love that too.
The truth is finally out, and it's coming from Sophie Cunningham, the one player who refuses to bite her tongue. While the WNBA keeps pretending everything's fine, Sophie is exposing what's really going on: jealousy, politics, and a league scared of its own star power. She's not just defending Caitlin Clark. She's defending the future of women's basketball. When she talks, people listen. From ESPN to fans across the world, everyone's realizing Sophie's been right all along. Caitlyn didn't destroy the WNBA. She revived it. And Sophie's not letting anyone rewrite that story.
Why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem. I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan.
Before the hype, before the sold-out arenas, before the record-breaking ratings, Sophie Cunningham already saw it. She called Caitlin Clark a gem when everyone else was still mocking her, while other players were plotting to show her what the W really is. Sophie was saying, she's special. And now, the world finally caught up. Sophie wasn't jumping on a bandwagon. She built the engine that's driving it. This isn't new praise. It's overdue respect.
When you see all this vitriol of people who cannot stand her, it's like, okay, well, what has she done wrong?
Yeah.
She's a great basketball player, so you might not think it's fair that she's the face of the league, and that's understandable because there have been fantastic players in the WNBA for a long time. But Caitlin didn't disparage them. She just came in and kind of changed the game with her style. So I think it's one of those things where you have to say, okay, maybe I don't think it's fair based on the previous women who have been in this league, but it's not Caitlin's fault. All she's done is elevate the game for all of us. And I think instead of being pissed off about that, you should be appreciative of that and say, maybe it's not fair, but it's not your fault.
And I get other players, like they've worked hard and they've worked to build this league up over their time, and all of a sudden this young player comes in and now all the attention is on her.
When WNBA players voted Caitlin Clark the 9th best guard in the league, the message was clear. Jealousy runs deep. How's the most watched player? The top vote getter, ranked 9th. Easy, egos, insecurity. Denial. Dick Vitale called it pure jealousy. Sophie Cunningham called it months earlier that she's been saying from day one. You don't attack what's growing the game, you protect it. The numbers don't lie, but apparently some players do.
But time and time again, Sophie Cunningham has repeatedly been calling out the officiating. And what's one thing the WNBA holds over these players' heads? Ooh, I'm going to fine you. Ooh, if you call out the officiating, I'm going to fine you. The players say, no, I can't afford that. So they keep it all hush-hush. But Sophie Cunningham, she's sitting on a pile of money. So when Kathy Engelbert hears her say something about the referees, Kathy says, here's a fine. And Sophie says, okay, here's payment.
She'd had enough. The shoves, the hits, the eye pokes, and the refs looking the other way. When J.C. Sheldon tried to humiliate Clark one more time, Sophie Cunningham sent a message the whole league heard. She grabbed her, dragged her down, and made it clear, no more cheap shots. Within 24 hours, Sophie's following exploded from hundreds of thousands to over 1 million. This wasn't clout. This was fans finally saying, thank you, because Sophie did what the WNBA refused to do, protect its biggest star.
Well, the Fever saw it coming. They went and got Sophie Cunningham, 6-year-old black belt. This is what the Bulls did with Charles Oakley to protect Michael Jordan. And I said this last year several times. The WNBA is not a vertical league. Their players can't jump over each other to score like the NBA. It's a horizontal chippy league. And you didn't watch the NBA for the last 10 to 12 years. It has always been physical and always been chippy. You get into a lot of collisions because there's no John Morant here. There's no Ant Edwards. They don't jump over. It's a horizontal physical league. And in Caitlin Clark now is like kerosene to the physicality flame. So you have physicality in this league, and now you get this flashy player, and they don't know how to officiate her. They don't know how to defend.
The Indiana Fever knew exactly what they were doing when they signed Sophie Cunningham. They weren't just getting a shooter. They were getting a 6-year-old black belt, a fighter, a protector, like the Bulls had Charles Oakley for Michael Jordan. The Fever got Sophie for Caitlin Clark, because this league isn't vertical like the NBA. It's physical, horizontal, chippy. And with Clark lighting it up every night, someone had to keep the Wolves back. That someone is Sophie Cunningham.
I mean, you know, she has changed our game in the best possible way in every way. And so just to be alongside of her and maybe relieve the pressure, being able to shoot and spread the court for her to go do her thing. She's still young, and I think that I've been taken under. Diana took me under her wing, and I've learned a lot from her. And now I hope to kind of do the same for Caitlin if she wants it. I just think the relationship piece is huge. And when you're trying to do something great, it takes everybody. And so I want her to go do her thing, and anything she needs from me, I'm going to be here. But again, I think that like just the competitor that I am, I'm fierce, I'm sassy. I stick up for my teammates, stick up for myself.
While the WNBA profits off Caitlin Clark's name, they let players target her. Instead of building around their golden ticket, they treat her like an outsider. Sophie sees it for what it is, sabotage. You're literally making money from her, Sophie said. So why hate her? She's right. Fever games pull triple the ratings of any other team. Cities move venues just to fit Clark's crowd. And instead of protecting her, the league finds the one person defending her. Unbelievable.
Like, I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're going to prove her, we're going to show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually it's just too much. Yeah. And like, it's just, I'm over. And if I'm saying it's too much, then it's probably too much.
No, that's so
that's fair, right?
Yeah. Sophie Cunningham didn't just join the Fever. She took over to make her podcast, became the voice the WNBA didn't want you to hear. She exposed the locker room talk, the fake smiles, the jealousy bubbling on the surface. She said, if you think the WNBA would be here without Caitlin, you're dumb. Not disrespect, just facts. That one line went viral because finally, someone said what everyone was thinking. And the truth, the league needed that wake-up call.
It just feels like people are jealous of this new little wave of...
They are, but I just hate that because, like, this is what we've always wanted as a league. So, like, who cares who gets the credit? And if you're smart, you're making money off of them.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally making money from the viewership.
And what she made, the chirp was about how she didn't help plan the fucking
Who cares?
shirts.
Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I just hate when, like, people do stuff to get... It's like clickbait.
Yeah.
Like, and there's so much clickbait, especially surrounding Caitlyn. And so like, it's just like, just be nice. Like, why can't people just be nice?
Yeah.
That's what I don't, coming from the girl who
I was just saying we just
drugged
talked for 2 hours
down.
about how you fucking beat someone up.
Just be nice. It's not that hard.
While the WNBA threatened fines, Sophie was cashing checks brands lined up ring, sportswear companies, podcasts, sponsors. She turned her integrity into opportunity. She's now making more off-court than her $100,000 salary on-court. That's the power of authenticity. Fans don't follow fakes. They follow the ones who stand for something. And Sophie stood tall when the rest of the league stayed silent.
Impact that Caitlyn has, that's where players would be wise to kind of uplift Caitlyn even more, or try and catapult her, because it only does wonders for the league. Like, they are able to wear "Pay me what you owe me" shirts because they're getting a new TV rights deal because of Caitlyn Clark. So like, there's so many sides to this, but like, at the end of the day, it's what's best for the league, and it's what's best for these players individually. If Caitlyn Clark kind of continues to build.
At the end of the day, Sophie Cunningham isn't just protecting Caitlyn Clark. She's protecting the future of women's basketball. She's saying what the commissioner won't, doing what the refs don't, and leading how real pros should. She's played with legends like Diana Taurasi, and now she's guiding the next one in Clark. Sophie gets it. This isn't about one player. It's about legacy. Caitlyn changed the game. Sophie's making sure she can keep changing it. If the WNBA is smart, they'll start listening. Because time's running out, and Sophie Cunningham's patience is gone.